welcome to Weekends with Whitney. We are downtown in Baton Rouge along the beautiful riverfront. So much has changed here in the last 20 years. $2 billion has been invested. And 20 years ago, you couldn't even stay in a hotel down here. There were no hotels. Now, there are almost 1,000 hotel rooms, 2,000 people live downtown, 23,000 people work here, and nearly 500,000 people visit every year. Plus, pigging out with this guy. Why, he's Baton Rouge's newest Guinness Book of World Records holder, and how all of these people helped him get there. Plus, Dr. Nick lets us know the key things to ask before saying yes to anything. And I'll show you how to make one of my favorite comfort foods for a cold winter night. But first, downtown Baton Rouge. It is bigger and better than ever before. And the future only looks brighter. Davis Rohr has spent 27 years leading the Baton Rouge Downtown Development District. He's one of the longest running executive directors in the country. As a result, the vision, the mission, the execution has been steady and targeted.
I've been real fortunate in that we've been able to start from the beginning, and as you know, there wasn't much down here.
There wasn't even a hotel room to rent.
Started with 0 hotel rooms, and we're getting over 1,000 hotel rooms with the Courtyard by Marriott break ground in 2015. Those are real milestones.
Also big milestones, the Shaw Center and development of the riverfront.
And we're finally going to have an access to the riverfront this year at Florida and River Road.
The biggest thing to kick off the new year is Mathern's. Finding great food downtown is nothing new. 63 restaurants are down here now, so we've always been able to find great food. But what you haven't been able to find and just pick up and throw in a grocery cart are certainly fruits and vegetables, staples. And so for residents and folks who work downtown, it's a whole new world. It's the first downtown grocery store in 50 years, and it's the talk of the town.
Where y'all going?
Also excited is Paula Rigo, president and CEO of Visit Baton Rouge. So Ernie brought some catfish over for us. Tell me what you think.
Oh my God. Ernie! Yeah! Isn't it great? It's another opportunity for visitors that come to Baton Rouge to have even more of an experience. We know they're going to have some local products here. We're excited about the fact that so many visitors with the hotels downtown can come by, experience what we've got. Great food. We just had some catfish, king cake, a Louisiana experience here in downtown Baton Rouge.
Owner Ernie Mathern is the only major grocer since the 60s to believe in downtown this much.
This is quite different. It's sort of unique and very unlike anything we've ever done before. But my brother and my son and I, we look forward to the challenge here.
They've left some of the flavor of the old bank that used to be housed here, like the coins on the wall and the vault. But instead of cash, it'll now hold fine wines. Just above Mathern's at 440 on 3rd, 65 brand new, affordable apartments. Rent ranges from $800 to $1,300 a month, and only a handful are still available. It's becoming the downtown Davis dreamed of.
There's a whole new model of living that's coming to Baton Rouge that doesn't, have that kind of suburban kind of think tank of a yard, and things like that. This is a smaller living area, but we've got large green spaces for people to relax in and to be in. For people living and working here, more and more is right at their fingertips. Pharmacy down here. We have an urgent care, Lake Quick Care, that's down here right now on 3rd Street. So we still need some more residential, but we'll see that over the next. But then what starts is the next progression is retail. And you start seeing some more retail down here, and that would be just wonderful because that will be the full complement of downtown development. Developing and investing in downtown is a real cross-section of movers and shakers.
35 young entrepreneurs doing 50 different projects downtown. That's what's so exciting about this. They're really taking over the city. It's wonderful. It's building the future.
A future that's never been brighter.
This is a transformative time in the history of the city, and you're going to see a downtown that is far better than it ever was.
And coming up, as Weekends with Whitney continues, if you feel like you've pigged out over the holidays, this guy's going to make us feel so much better about ourselves.
I'm driving all day long, so I need a car that I can rely on in a dealership I can trust.
And that's Geralyn.
It's always been Chevy.
Their customer service is outstanding.
Get in the lane, get in the lane, get in the lane.
Geralyn keeps me and my family rolling.
Always lead to. You can count on Geralyn.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ann Zedlitz, board-certified dermatologist, laser specialist, and an expert injector. Not all skin types are the same, so not all treatment should be the same. Are you looking to reduce fine lines and wrinkles? We can do that. Scarring from acne or injuries, or what about stretch marks? Tired of dealing with rosacea or uneven pigmentation? Are you looking to lift or tighten your skin? We can do that too. Come see me and my team of experts here at Zee Dermatology.
New location now in Prairieville.
This segment brought to you by our friends at Wayne Stabler Companies. Welcome back to Weekends with Whitney. It's not often I show up for a story and I make the subject of that story breakfast first. But sometimes you just gotta ham it up. This is a breakfast recipe straight from the kitchen of Tricia Fernandez. Okay. We start with a cup of food grain.
You can just kind of cover it with water.
Oh, okay, cover it.
Okay, and then we let it sit.
Okay.
And we add pineapple. That's good.
Okay.
And, oh, that's fine.
Okay.
It's
Too
not.
much pineapple.
And we'll throw in some pear.
But peel the pear first.
He is extremely spoiled.
And that you know that.
He gets his arthritis medicine.
Yes, arthritis medicine.
And his stomach medicine, because the arthritis medicine bothers his stomach.
But we have to hide the medicine in the pineapple.
All right, I think it's ready. Perfect. You ready?
Yeah. It's what's for breakfast. I mean, it looks great except that stuff in the bottom. Yeah, we don't spoon feed him, do we?
Sometimes we feed him by hand.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And he won't bite? Oh, good. We'll find out. The lucky family member who gets this custom breakfast? Pig Floyd, the oldest pot-bellied pig in the world. And he lives right here in Baton Rouge. Piggy made the latest edition of the Guinness Book of World Records. And I get to feed him breakfast. Now what do I do?
You dump his food, just flip it over right into the bowl.
Okay. For most pigs, that would be all there is to it. But Pig Daddy Chris Fernandez shows me, for this 23-year-old pig, there's more to it.
You just kind of scoop it up, ball up the food, and then hold your hand open, and he'll.
That's so he didn't take off a finger, right?
Yeah. You can, but he's
hand fed. That is a snack.
Anything and everything you can grab. You just keep the hand kind of open. Yeah.
Oh, you bet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
Don't curl the fingers.
Move the thumb. I got it.
He quit drinking probably 3 months ago.
It's hard to quit drinking.
Yeah, I know. We've all gone through that. And, that's why we put so much water on his food.
Sure, it's only stuff he's getting.
Yeah.
And how do you know when he's full?
I don't think he ever is.
I can relate.
You saw that little.
Oh yeah, hurry up.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, hey, woman.
Pig became part of the Fernandez family a bit by default. One of Chris's friends was moving, and Piggy wasn't part of the plan.
And I've known the pig since he was just a little piglet. And she was moving off to New York and needed a place to leave the pig, and said, who would be dumb enough to keep a pig? So
Chris and Tricia had started dating at the time. A pet pig could have been a turnoff for some, but as fate would have it, not Tricia.
You know, not since I was a young child, but I had wanted to be a pig farmer, and the thought, you know, I'm an animal lover, so it didn't, and I'm thinking Wilbur. You know, I'm thinking Charlotte's Web, but I knew it was a pot-bellied pig. I thought it was pink. I had never seen the pig, and I was shocked when the pig arrived, because he was giant and black and wiry, and but yeah, I mean, it was fun.
Pig Floyd hasn't left this yard since 1994.
Since 94,
That's 20
he's never...
years. Okay, sorry.
Well, he was...
hand. Finger part. 20 years. Even though he's old, he still eats like a pig.
You have fed the pig successfully?
Thank you. When you said I could feed the pig, I thought I was going to throw out some carrots.
Yeah.
It's not how you feed a 23-year-old pig.
Probably the only pig fed that way, but.
Yeah, but since you have the oldest pig in all the world.
Yeah, he gets.
You're doing it right. He's been part of this family twice as long as Presley and Charlie J. When Pig made it into the Guinness Book of World Records just a few months ago, they rocked the school book fair like Elvis would.
We did autograph signings at the book fair.
What kind of autograph signings?
We have a pig stamp of the pig hoof, and so we stamped it on the world record book.
So your friends must think you have the coolest house.
They do.
I never really thought I'd make the Guinness book. Happy that I'm not in there for some other reason. So if I have to be in it, I guess with the world's oldest pig is the best. Yeah, the best way to be in there. At the book fair, the kids thought I was really the rock star being in the book. I had some shake my hand.
Pig Floyd has a bit of rock star status too. He has his own Facebook page, birthday parties, and cookie cakes. When everyone else was doing the Ice Bucket Challenge this year, so was Pig. He's a prince of a guy with his own castle and 2 real-life princesses. He even has his own man cave with lights and plush bedding. He'll never sweat like a pig in here either. It's outfitted with an air conditioner. It's no wonder he's the oldest pig in the world, because he lives like a king. Although at 23, they realize his days are numbered.
You know, we're just enjoying him one day at a time, and you know, we know he doesn't have a lot of time left, but while we do, he's a cool little pig.
The girls have walked out before, and the pig is just laying on the patio, or right out, and I've heard one of them make the comment, it's weird that some people don't have a pig in their yard. So it will be really strange when Piggy's not here.
What do you think is the secret to Pig's longevity?
Pig is well loved. I think that's the secret. Yeah.
And still to come on Weekends with Whitney, one of my favorite comfort foods. It's probably a soup maybe you've never even made, but it's one of my favorites. Plus, Dr. Nick lets us know the key things to ask before saying yes to anything.
You can count on Jerry Lane.
At Jerry Lane, they rolled the red carpet out for me.
It's always been Jerry.
You know what? It's tradition, it's family, and that's what keeps us coming back to Jerry Lane.
Get the lane, get the lane. Get the lane, get the lane. Get the lane, get the lane.
We're a Jerry Lane family.
All roads lead to you can count on Jerry Lane.
Atlas Foundation Repair, fixing your foundation problems for more than 30 years while preserving and protecting your trees.
Give the gift of fine dining. Wayne Stabler Companies is offering 1 card for 4. Le Creole, The Little Village, Stab's Steak and Seafood. 4 sizzling restaurants, 1 card.
This segment brought to you by our friends at Jerry Lane. Welcome back to Weekends with Whitney. The word yes. Don't you love the power of it? It just sounds so affirming. It sounds so positive. It sounds so moving. And yet, it can cause us big problems. Dr. Nick joins us with some important things to ask ourselves before we say yes to anything. Good to see you.
Good morning. Good morning. That's an interesting topic, because in my book I talk about the keeping the no clean and the importance of no. Now we're talking about that yes is important, but we need to think about why we say it. There's an innate tendency, and it's a good tendency, to want to say yes. We want to help people. We want to be committed. We want to give of ourselves to make things better. But if we do it all the time, Whitney, we're going to lead right into burnout and bitterness and loss of why we do it. So first thing I would want to say about the whole yes world is, and this may seem odd to you and to the audience, but it really wouldn't hurt any of us at this time of year to put down a personal mission. And a professional mission. What really matters in my life? What am I passionate about? what drives me, what's going to feed me. Because when we're asked something, what might be the first thing we want to ask? What's it going to take from me?
What's it going to cost me?
What's it going to cost me?
Yeah. You know, it's probably going to be time, effort, energy. Sometimes it's money if it's a fundraising thing or a donation or yes, they want you to go somewhere, a trip to take.
It could, and add to that, we don't even know how long the yes is going to last. Are they asking us for our lifeblood? No, really, right. I think volunteering is wonderful, but I always say, make sure you're clear as to how long you're volunteering, because if you don't, you could be stuck in that position forever. And I think there ought to be, remember not long ago we talked about limits?
Yes.
We're back to it again in some ways. What's it going to cost me when I say yes? I sometimes get asked to do things on the weekends. That's a real...
Tough for you.
That's weekend. I work really hard Monday through Friday.
And you really need it to rejuvenate.
To rejuvenate.
However, you play in your band a lot of times on the weekends.
I do, and I find that to be a yes.
Okay.
That is not costing me a lot. See, you hear the answer? What's it going to cost me? That doesn't cost me that much because I'm getting fed by it. And we do get fed by a lot of our yeses.
Yes.
We do. But I just... Don't you think that the tendency is to say yes before we think?
Yes. I made it. Yes, I do.
Before we think.
I made a commitment.
We say yes without.
Listen to this. I made this commitment to this organization that's doing a really wonderful thing.
Of course, that many of them are.
And I didn't have, so this was in October. I didn't have all of my stuff down for the new year and my calendar. And lo and behold, I'm supposed to MC this event 3 different times, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, huge commitment.
Huge commitment.
Huge. And would you believe Friday night and Saturday night, I am triple booked.
See.
There's Mardi Gras balls, there's Mardi Gras parades, there's other things I'm supposed to be doing. I'm like,
yeah.
Darn.
Yeah, it was without thinking, it was without planning.
And now I'm going to jump from one of it to another, and never really relax and stay at one. I've got to go to 3 things in one night.
And you know, Mr. Positive, I don't think that I would necessarily take that as, oh my God, what's the matter with me that I need all this approval? I think that genuinely you probably want to do it. There's a lot of things that I really want to do. It's just that I can't get it all in.
Right.
And I have to say yes. I have to sit back, which leads me to what I think might be part of the problem. In not saying yes right away, we might miss the opportunity. True. We might be talked about. You know, what will they say if I say no?
Now, I'm not afraid of that.
Good for you.
I finally am at that
Because I think that's wonderful.
Because I really am busy, and so if I say I'm just too busy, then that's valid.
And you don't have a lot of, oh, I'm so sorry, I wish I could. You're just able to, just not available.
Right. I'm sorry
That's
I
great.
can't. I mean, I do feel that, you know, but it's called just so many hours in a day.
But that's where I think, for me, where I've grown a lot in this year and would like to continue to grow more. I've really gotten better at that tape. Let me get back to you. Whitney, it's a great line, everybody. Let me get back to you. Let me think about it a little bit.
Sure. How long do you should you think? What's reasonable?
I usually give myself a day.
Oh, okay.
I usually give myself a day, unless it's an urgent need. Sure. But if I'm asked to do something down there, because I have to think, where am I going to be at that period? Whitney, we've done it. I've said yes to you, and at the last minute, I was like, I don't want to do that.
And he bailed.
And had I thought a little bit about it before saying yes, I probably would have said, that weekend's not good for me, or Sundays aren't good for me.
I know.
See,
are you trying to please me, or are you trying to please you, or are you trying to get it all in? What's going on?
I think that there are probably all 3 motives going on, and that I don't want to miss a good time, but I certainly don't want to disappoint you, or anybody for that matter.
Sure.
And I think that I might be missing something. Now that's an area that I think we can all grow in. We're not really missing that much. We think we are.
You're right.
You know what I say yes to now? 9 o'clock bedtime.
Wow.
And I don't think I miss a thing.
Well,
I'm saying, no.
You're missing some good times with me.
That's true. That's true. You are a night owl, so I am missing some good things. And then when I wake up at 5 and text you, I hear nothing for 3 hours.
3 hours. But you know what?
But it's a
But you
great-
can always have other times.
But it's really a great thing to reflect on. These topics you bring up are things we could talk about for hours.
I know.
Really, this is
could.
good. That's just good stuff that you bring up.
Thank
she
you.
pushes me into these. I don't bring the topics; she brings them.
Sometimes you bring them, but you're right. I know. It's usually I've talked to someone who's struggling with something or something I'm battling. We're all battling something.
Well, you have an understanding of the human condition, and I think that's why your show's doing well.
Thank you.
People want to hear about the human condition, and that's what we talk about.
Thank you.
The human condition and all aspects of it. So
Good, bad, ugly.
let's say yes this year, but let's think it through as to what it's going to cost us, why we can't hold back and say I'll get back to you.
And you know what I'm going to do?
What you going to do?
On your suggestion, I'm going to wait 24 hours before I even say yes. Even if I think I want to do it and I want to jump in and say yes, I'm going to say, give me 24 hours.
Excellent, Whitney. That's a great resolution.
That is.
See, and that's not a hard resolution. Right. That's reachable. You've just really given a gift because people make these resolutions that are impossible.
I know.
Let me this year, just going to wait 24 hours before I say yes.
Yes. I didn't say I was going to run a marathon. Although that one's coming up, the Baton Rouge Marathon.
Yeah, I know.
You're not
I'm not
either.
going to run that marathon, no.
We're going to have to run a break now, but Dr. Nick will be back next week, and we're going to talk about burnout. Boy, how to recognize, first of all, that you're headed in that direction, right?
Yeah, and get recharged.
And then what to do about it. Recharging in the new year.
Recharging in the new year, no burnout.
I love it. Much more coming up with Weekends with Whitney right after this. I love a rainy, lazy winter night, and I have one right now. It is raining outside. Everyone has gone to do different things, and I am home in the mood to make soup. So here's how it goes. Okay, first of all, let me explain that I am doubling this because I love it so much. You take 8 stalks of celery, like so, and then you cut them up and you put them in there. Now see, this is what I like about, because we're gonna strain it, I don't have to like chop. Big hunky stuff. So that's easy. Same with the onions, because this is going to boil for 45 minutes. So 6 pounds of dried split peas. And you don't have to do anything before them because they're gonna soften up as we boil this for 45 minutes. Okay, so now it's time for the ham hocks. And they're gonna just boil in here for 45 minutes, and then we're gonna take some of the meat off of them. I'd let this sit for 45 minutes, and I'll be back. This has been on a low boil for 45 minutes. Now, I do want to tell you, it's probably going to take 15 to 20, maybe 30 minutes to come to a boil. This one did because it was just in this huge pot. So allow a little extra time for that. But now I have the joy of straining it. Okay, so this is a lot. Back up. This is bigger than me. You're going to help? Okay. Okay, I can't tell you exactly what to do, except maybe when I get to the bottom of the pot, help me kind of lift over.
I'll hold the pot.
Yeah, and if it splashes back on me and I scream.
No.
Oh, it's heavy. See, I'm getting ready to wait, right? Okay, so you get Put this down for just a second. Easier to put down, right? Ooh, you have a.
I think you got it. No. Okay.
Okay, so.
Back on?
Sure. Thank you for that. Yeah, I couldn't have done that by myself. So we are going to salt and pepper to taste. Take the ham hocks over there and cut the meat out of them and put it back in there, and in 5 minutes, it's ready to go. Now, I know I need a witness, don't I, to how good this is. Kim's gonna be my guinea pig. But okay, you ready?
I'm ready. Now, is this a scale of 1 to 10 of all the foods in the world, or soup-wise? What's the scale?
Okay, my scale is soup-wise.
Soup-wise.
But I think it's extraordinary.
There's no way if that's...
Yeah, I mean, you give it a 1 if you want to.
Okay.
Really?
It's really good.
Really?
It really is. Mm-hmm. On a scale of 1 to 10?
What'd you give it?
Of the best soups? I give it a high 8, 9.
Would you really?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Yay. Much more Weekends with Whitney right after this.
Maggio, the only way. Satisfaction's our specialty. We really deliver on Falls River here in New Roads. Small town atmosphere, legendary service for over 60 years. Maggio, the only way to go. The only way to go, that's Maggio.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ann Zedlitz, board-certified dermatologist, laser specialist, and an expert injector. Not all skin types are the same, so not all treatment should be the same. Are you looking to reduce fine lines and wrinkles? We can do that. Scarring from acne or injuries? Or what about stretch marks? Tired of dealing with rosacea or uneven pigmentation? Are you looking to lift or tighten your skin? We can do that too. Come see me and my team of experts here at Zee Dermatology.
New location now in Prairieville.
Thanks so much for starting your Sunday morning here with me on Weekends with Whitney. Remember, you can always follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and head to my website, weekendswithwhitney.net, for a lot of great recipes and a few other surprises. But this morning, we leave you with this.
Give the gift of fine dining. Wayne Stabler Companies is offering one card for 4. Le Creole, The Little Village, Stab's Steak and Seafood. 4 sizzling restaurants, one card.